Welcome to Business Link, the Chamber's new video podcast here for conversations in our community about what's going on in business in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm Jason Ball, President and CEO of the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce. You can follow us on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts at, or you can find more at lcoc.com. Welcome to our AOI podcast studio here at the Chamber of Commerce, and I have been so excited for this conversation with Chris Rogers from the Lincoln Running Company. Chris, welcome. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Tell us just a little bit for folks that may not know about the history, the story of the Lincoln Running Company. You guys are an institution downtown. So tell us about that story for your business.
Yeah. Been in business since 1975. Obviously not me. Third generation owner. My grandma and grandpa started what was called the Athlete's Foot first, put their house up for collateral to start the business.
Yeah.
And back then that was a lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot to risk. They didn't know if it was going to work. But it did. In 2000, I believe it was 2001, my dad sold the company to exit franchise business. He wanted to be his own business owner.
Yeah.
He didn't want to follow someone else.
Yeah.
So he sold the business, got out for a year to follow franchise protocol.
Okay.
Ended up taking on repping for clothes all over Nebraska and came back in as the Lincoln Running Company. Years gone by, I came into the picture early 2008, went to college for business and found out the Lincoln Running community is something I wanted to follow.
Yeah.
Being able to hear people's stories through running was the reason why I did it.
Yeah.
It's been great. It's been fun. It's something I enjoy, which in today's world, if you can find a job that you enjoy, you're in the right place. So it's been great. Downtown Lincoln is the place that we want to be. So it's something, somewhere where I won't be leaving, hopefully anytime soon.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
It's been great.
Lincoln Running Company organizes events, trainings. I've participated in these in the past. Your team is very present in the running community, as you mentioned. Like how's that been part of your business strategy or brought success to your business, that involvement in the community?
Well, just getting out and being with runners is obviously not even just runners, walkers, anybody that's trying to get into it is key. And being, I'm going to throw a huge shout out to the Lincoln Track Club.
Yeah.
It's an organization that we have actually, my grandma and grandpa went to years ago, and they have let us be part of that for so long now that got us involved in all sorts of different races, all sorts of different walks, anything. And it's been awesome with them, just being able to get our name out into the community of runners, walkers, and everything has been key with that. And not even just going out into seeing like the local high schools, their track, their cross country team, being able to get out there in those kind of organizations has been huge for us. Just people seeing that that's what we want to do. We want to be there for them. So,
as someone that's done several races and is just an avid runner myself, a slow but avid runner, Lincoln Running Company, I've seen just really position itself as a place for solutions. I've experienced this because, as you well know, runners are pretty fickle about how they're feeling, what their condition is like. They're always looking for ways to improve, and Lincoln Running Company has been a great place to go for answers. Whether you're dealing with an injury or just looking for some good advice and enthusiasm. Yeah,
it's not just about selling shoes for us.
Yeah.
It's helping people overcome some injuries, and just anything they have help with. We want them to trust us.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't say this enough that, we love selling shoes. It's what we do.
Yeah.
But what we also do as key is just being there for the Lincoln community, and helping in more ways than just running.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Hey, you've been part of the Small Business Council this year.
Yeah.
I'm interested to just hear what your perceptions have been. How have you learned from or enjoyed that process?
I think I love it. For one, it was the first time I came into something on that line, just to be able to step in and be able to voice my concerns or something that I've been dealing with in Lincoln, and even helping other small businesses. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I wanted to take, I didn't want to just sit in my back room and complain about things.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to the next level and help, not just my business but everybody else's business in the area. And also finding out about organizations that are out there to actually help small businesses succeed has been awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know about a lot of that before joining that, and that's what I'm taking in from it.
Well, we've appreciated you having being part of that group, and in addition to taking some information away from it, you've been giving us important feedback too, and the chamber has really learned a lot from convening this group this year. So
it's been
thrilled
great
to have you. Yeah. So I'm curious to know, you're obviously very involved in retail, very involved in downtown. What kind of trends do you think you'll be seeing for the next 12 months or 2 years here?
I think retail could get tough with some things that are going on out there. But I think when it comes to running retail, people know that they have to stay active.
Yeah.
I guess I'll talk about something that I think is going to be a challenge, and it's going to be the future of online buying.
Yeah.
If you can get out and support your local business, do it. Even if it's something that they don't have in store, or a colorway they don't have in store. And I'm not talking just shoes, even an apparel store, anything. Ask them if they can get it from the vendors, because our retail, I guess I'd say we don't have much competition, because we're all out there to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. We want to help each other. Mm-hmm. Where you can help is just make sure that you ask your local business first before ordering online. Yeah.
What a great message as we're coming up on the early holiday season shopping. Yep. I know you guys are probably thinking about Christmas right now, even though most of us are just preparing for Halloween.
Exactly.
That's such an important time for retailers here locally. Hey, where can you go to find out more about the Lincoln Running Company? We have a website, linkrunningcompany.com. Facebook is probably our biggest advertising though. Yeah. We put up all our weekly runs, group runs, anything like that. And our team that puts stuff on Facebook is probably one of the best I could say. So they will put anything up there that you need to know about. And our website again. Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, you all are super active here in the community. Chris, it's been a pleasure to have you here today. I'll just reiterate for folks that are seeing this or listening on one of our audio podcasts. Please do check locally. See if you can buy that gift locally this shopping season. It really, really does matter. And it helps our local companies that can give back to the community if you're supporting them anytime you're making a shopping decision. Yes. So that's going to wrap us up for today. Again, I'm Jason Ball with the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce, here with Chris Rogers from the Lincoln Running Company in our AOI podcast studio. Again, please check us out on lcoc.com, or you can follow our audio podcast on Apple or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you, and go make it a great day.